Hey everyone, welcome back to my February series on insurance. Got my friend Bill Meador here of Bill Meador Insurance Agency, and he's going to talk to us today about what home insurance exactly covers.
Yeah, that's right. And that's a question we get all the time, especially your average homeowner really has no clue when it comes to what they're actually purchasing when it comes to their insurance. And, you know, a lot of times what we do is we get our policy in the mail and it ends up in some sort of file cabinet or maybe even the trash and we don't even think about it.
Guilty.
So what I'll do is try to break this down in layman's terms as to what your basic home insurance policy covers. And these are all important questions you're going to want to ask your agent when it comes time to shop your insurance rates. So number one, without sounding too obvious, you're going to have coverage on the structure of your house. What it costs from an insurance standpoint to completely rebuild your house. Now keep in mind, this number might be different than what the purchase price of the home might be. Okay, so we have a software program that we use that calculates what the true rebuild value should be if, God forbid, there was ever a total loss on the house and we have to go back in and rebuild from start to finish.
And total loss meaning like if it burned to the ground, right?
Exactly right, exactly. Because we have to take into account inflation, appreciation, rising costs of building materials over time, demo costs. A lot of different factors go into it. Furthermore, you're going to have coverage for anything that's detached from the main house. So if you have a detached garage, if you have a storage shed, anything that's detached, that has its separate coverage limit altogether. So if you do have, you know, let's say a guest house on the property that might require a little bit more coverage than what the insurance allows, it's a good idea to ask your agent to increase that coverage to meet your true need. Third main coverage is your personal property. So this being everything that you own that you move into the house with. We're talking furniture, clothing, appliances, electronics, everything that you own that has its separate coverage limit. And a lot of times what insurance companies will do is they'll base that amount of coverage on a percentage of what your dwelling coverage is. So keep that in mind as well. A lot of insurance companies will offer the option if you have a real expensive item of jewelry or something that you want to see specifically covered up to a certain high dollar limit, we can do that as well. And then the fourth thing is, of course, liability. You're going to want to be covered from a liability standpoint. If, for example, someone comes onto your property, they get hurt, injured, they want to blame you for their injury. You've got liability protection that's built into your homeowner's insurance. We typically recommend about $500,000 in liability protection, and this coverage is extremely cheap when it comes to the overall premium when you calculate home insurance.
Nowhere near $500,000 is what you're going to be paying.
Yeah, exactly. And we always encourage people to at least, again, we mentioned this in the previous video, but talk with a local agent to really make sure that these values are accurate versus going online with an online company or 1-800 number who doesn't really truly know the house that you're purchasing because they don't live in the Roanoke area.
Right. Absolutely. Well, thank you, Bill, for those basics. And guys, if you have any other questions, Bill, I'm going to have his contact information at the bottom. And he's also got a YouTube channel that you can look him up with.
That's right. If you want to check us out at Bill Meador Insurance Agency on YouTube and give us a subscribe, we would really appreciate it.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Bill.
Thanks
Have a great day, everyone.